Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the latest Red Zone stage and how you can get yourself the powerful opponent mission completed for this stage. Now this is a long one. This is Red Zone versus Majin Buu Gotenks or Super Buu Gotenks or whichever way. But it's going to cycle through 5 forms. You're going to start with Majin Buu Gotenks, go into Buuhan. Then from there, you're going to be going into the Majin Buu Gotenks again. Then you'll go into Bukkalo, and then finally finish off with Buff Buu, or Swole Buu, or whichever way you want to call them. Now, the powerful opponent mission's pretty difficult in some ways, and it's pretty decent in other ways. So what I mean by that is, so one of the main themes of this Red Zone is the boss is going to do set damage per turn as the turn starts. So for example, as you start your turn, you're going to take 120k damage. You're going to take 50k damage. You'll take 60k damage. You'll be taking various amounts of damage. I believe all the way up to Bukkalo is when it stops. I think. Can't remember exactly. But basically, yeah, you're going to end up taking set damage per turn. Now, although this is relatively easy to heal back up, on top of taking supers and other attacks and chip damage, you may find yourself in a situation where you end up pretty low. Now, there's 2 ways kind of around this. One, bring a team that heals. So, for example, the Majin Buu team is probably going to be the one I use to do a no item run, just due to its overall strength. Or B, bring units that can die but come back. So in that situation, obviously we have this team, powerful opponent, or powerful comeback. Now the big thing with powerful comeback though is even if you die and come back, you can still die the next turn, right? So what you need to do is you need to bring units that can stack to the point where they're not going to take too much damage. Now obviously Ultimate Gohan, Tech Ultimate Gohan is a great choice for this. Really strong, super powerful, huge offensive abilities, especially once he gets going. He's going to be hard carrying you quite a bit. Now, the other units that we choose are all very similar in vein. So we've got 2 double World Tournament Gokus. World Tournament Goku is great. Getting his revive off is very easy because we have the unit with the easiest revive activation in the world, Super Saiyan Tech Goku. So Super Saiyan Tech Goku, his great easy revive is going to enable us to activate the World Tournament units very, very easily. So that's the first kind of starting point. Secondly, we need the Super Saiyan Planet Namek Goku to transform. Him turning into Super Saiyan Goku does one of 2 things. Firstly, it makes him much stronger and enables him to stack defense. And secondly, it allows Goku to lower attack. Now lowering attack is super important for this second phase. So as you kind of come to this second phase against Buuhan, lowering attack is going to be pivotal because we don't want to use an item here, at least ideally for me. I want to save that for the last phase because that phase can be surprisingly hard hitting. But basically the idea here is simply that we are going to defeat him by lowering his attack tremendously. We have 4 units that lower attack a lot. You've got Ultimate Gohan, it's going to fire off like 3 or 4 super attacks, lowering attack. You've got World Tournament Goku, both of them after the revive, going to be lowering attack with each attack. You have obviously the Planet Namek Goku lowering attack, as I mentioned before, and you have Piccolo. Piccolo also lowers attack, which is really, really nice. One thing I will say, do not transform your Tech Gohan at this stage. Transforming Tech Gohan removes his ability to debuff the enemy and is basically going to set you back big time. This is a great time to stack, get a whole bunch of free stacks whilst also constantly keeping yourself safe through debuffing. So it's going to be very, very important. Now the next one is back to Gotenks or Buu Gotenks. A slightly different version, a little bit less damage, a little bit weaker. This is the physical Gotenks, of course. What you want to do here, I've used Piccolo's giant form. This is just to secure some chip damage mainly, and also to remove his super attack. Again, here, you may be tempted to use an item. I want to tell you to not use an item. You have, generally speaking, good type advantage at this point. A lot of your units have guard, firstly. Secondly, your other units, if you're copying this team exactly, have strength type. So we have strength type Gogeta, we have strength type Planet Namek Goku when his guard doesn't activate. It's only really Piccolo at this point who is potentially a weak link. So I will say, all things considered, it's definitely a survivable rotation without using an item. Now, the reason I keep saying, save that extra Whis, that Whis you want to try and keep for the final phase. The final phase jumps back up in difficulty, and it can catch you by surprise, especially if you are, running a little bit low on health at that point. Because you still have this set damage that they do every turn, and it will give you problems. It's not something that's not going to give you problems. It's going to chip away at you. You'll see I brought up Bulma even to keep healing up. Now, of course, to counteract this with the powerful comeback team, you want to keep getting same type orbs. You'll notice I'm prioritizing same type orbs a lot, but especially with the World Tournament Gokus and the Mystic Gohan. Getting these same type orbs with those units is going to heal me up a lot. Heal me up to the point of being, I don't want to say invincible, but pretty damn strong. So it is definitely something I will say you need to consider. That, healing that you get from same type of orbs is very crucial towards, your set performance. So, aside from that though, honestly, once you get past the Gotenks stage, things get a little bit better. You'll take Bukalo next. Bukalo is not too worrisome for this team, at least. He does stun on his super, so if you want to keep that out the way, be aware. It's also a key-based super. So there's quite a few key-based supers here, which is great for World Tournament Goku as well. His nullification really comes in handy against those key-based supers, so I highly suggest you take a look there. Keep an eye out for it. I do think it's really, really solid. But honestly speaking, just speaking plainly, I thought this was a pretty fun run. I think, you gotta obviously factor in the healing, you gotta factor in a lot of these things. But I think for me, looking at, units, looking at the team, powerful comeback's a bit limited to the category. I will say that. It definitely felt like I didn't have a lot of options to kind of flex things out here. I think on the JP side, things are a little bit better, because they have quite a few easy A's for a couple powerful comeback opponent units. They've got physical blue boys, Int Vegeta, etc. So I think they do have a couple more options, I want to say. With that being said, I do think ultimately that Ultimate Gohan's a very big carry here. The new LR Ultimate Gohan probably will help you as well, to be honest with you. I can see that he'll probably help you out quite a bit. But for me, definitely all things considered, in terms of unit performance and everything, I don't think I'd replace anyone on this team. I think they all did really, really well. I think they all fit their role perfectly. You do need to balance giving stacks, especially in the beginning when you're getting a couple units sealed. Prioritize the units that can still get a stack or build themselves up, because it is going to be important. Getting those stacks, getting that extra defense is going to be very important later on. I would say, you can see, even with the Whis, Goku with guard with almost 1 million defense took 175k damage or something. It's going to be tough. It's not an easy stage. But I think, ultimately, all things considered, it's still very doable, at least from my side. So for me personally, the challenge was fun. I think I wanted to do powerful opponent first before I actually just did the run or tried a new item. I thought it would be a fun run. it was very long. It took me by surprise with how long it was. I like to go in like completely blind into red zone, so I don't even look at the stage info, just because it's really fun to see what they throw at you. And I kept like getting to the end of a boss and saying like, surely that's it, surely that's it, and it would just be another phase. So it was long, and it's a long run. Like I think, yeah, I got a bit distracted during my run when you see the run time at the end. But I think like even if you're focusing on the stage, you're probably looking at like a 20-minute-ish run, depending on your team's damage. Like it's a longer run. It's not one you're gonna get done ASAP or anything like that. So yeah, but overall, a lot of fun, and yeah, I did enjoy it a lot. I did have a lot of fun doing it. So I do suggest that you know, really try it out. See what kind of units you got. There are some choice units that I didn't use. I think JP definitely has a lot more options than Global right now, which does help it out, which I think is good. I think those options are probably needed just to give people more versatility in their options. But yeah, that's basically it from me. So wishing you guys all the best of luck. Let me know what teams you're running, what success you got, and yeah, if you need any more help, give me a shout. But I think you might be limited. You can probably get it done. I think with a couple different options. I think it's flexible enough, but I definitely feel like this team worked fluently, and it worked first try for this team. Bye.